Necrons versus the Thousand Suns. Warhammer 40k Battle Report.
Necrons!
Nick speaking, and welcome to this battle report. Right, today is another Confrontation 3 test game with my new list. I'm here with Capitan Morgan's Wargames, and as you can see, we've got different terrain. I'm actually playing at his house. So, Richard, thanks very much for inviting me down.
Well, you're welcome. It makes a change for you, me being at home.
Yep. Okay, so let's start straight off having a look at Richard's awesome Thousand Suns army.
Right, what I've got is super auxiliary attachment of Magnus. I've then got a battalion of 2 Demon Princes Arrowmen on disc with 3 sets of Zangles, 2 lots of 10 and 1 set of 24.
Yep.
And then I've got an Alpha Legion detachment of a Chaos Lord box with jump pack, box standard setup. Then I've got Havocs with 4 heavy bolters at standard aspiring champion. Then I've got autocannon Havocs with an aspiring champion and 4 las cannon Havocs with an aspiring champion.
Yeah, obviously using the Space Wolves as stand-ins because we've had a few list changes for the event where it's been dropped down to 1800 points from 2000, so we're just squeezing in some more units. So let's have a look at my list. I've got the same problem actually. So this is my Necron list for tonight. I have got for my troops 2 cryptics. The normal cryptic there on the left, and on the right that actually is a cloak cryptic for now. I'm waiting for a cloak model to come. And then in the troop slot I have 10 warriors and 2 squads of 8 immortals with Gauss. And then here, this is actually a Tesseract Vault. I've got the Catan there. I forgot to bring the magnetised strut, so I'm just going to have to use it like this today. And then I've got the Catan, the Deceiver. Got 2 squads of destroyers, 5 here, and there's 4 destroyers with a heavy destroyer here, bringing me in at 1799 points. So that is the armies. Let's take a look at the mission. Okay, so we have deployed and we now know which mission we are playing. So Richard, what are we playing?
We're playing Resupply Drop. At the end of each player's turn 3, they pick 3 objectives, 2 are discarded, meaning there'll be 2 scoring objectives on the board. Map is Spearhead Assault, which is the Diablo Hammer and Anvil type map.
Right, okay, and the objectives are, we've got currently 1 there, 1 at the top of the building there, 1 at the top of the building there, and then we have 1 there, we've got 1 right at the back, and then 1 up over there. So as you can see, I've deployed here in this little spearhead with the vault right at the front, and then everything else just bubble wrapped around the cryptek. And then on Richard's side he's got some stuff in reserve, but big Magnus boy and 2 demon princes there in the building, and some more bubble wrapping here with these havocs just deployed there and up on the building. The others are in reserve. So, okay, that's it. I think we're ready to see who goes first, yeah?
Yeah.
I get +1 because I have a very small army. Right, here we go. I got a 1, you got a 6.
Yeah, so you get the chance to just do it.
Okay, here we go. Seize the initiative roll. Come on. I haven't got 1 for ages. No, a 3. Okay, so before I do my Deceiver, Richard also has some sort of scout move, so we're going to roll off to see who can do their move first. And this time I get a 6. So the Deceiver is going to move. Let's see how many units he's going to move. Oh, you can move 3 units. Right, this is going to be interesting. Okay, so I basically chucked the vault forward as far as I could, surrounded by a squad of Immortals. And then the other squad of Immortals I put onto the top of this building with the objective. And then the Deceiver hid right at the back of Richard's deployment zone, just there. And then it was Richard's go, so he put his unit just there. And that is it. So we are going to move in now to the Thousand Suns, turn 1. Okay, so Richard has moved. He's just sorting out his psychic powers. Move this blob forward just here with the 2 princes and Araman. And then Magnus, wow, he's got a little bit distracted there, look. Heading backwards towards the Golden Boy. This is going to be interesting. Alright, are you ready to go, Rich?
Yes, I am.
Okay, here we go. So, psychic powers.
Going to cast Death Hex on.
Death Hex on the Deceiver.
Which is ultra value 8.
Okay. Good luck, but not too much. Double 1!
But he gets to re-roll once.
Oh. 1 and a 6. 6.
8.
You get +2, don't you?
Yeah, he gets +2.
6,
So
7, 8. 8.
Goes
Oh,
off.
goes off just.
Yeah, so he
Okay.
has no involved saves.
Oh! That's alright, it's alright. He's going to stab you in the eye with his finger.
So, Demon Prince
Yep.
going to cast Weaver of Fates on the Sangors.
Okay. Weaver of Fate.
That goes off.
Goes
it's
up.
a raw value 6, and their involved save is improved by 1.
Okay, so that gives them a 4+ invulnerable save.
Yeah.
Yep.
Going to put Glamour of Zenith on them.
Okay.
Goes off. They are now -1
-1 to hit.
to hit.
Is that all phases?
All phases.
Okay, -1 to hit all phases and a 4+ invulnerable save on the cannon fodder.
Yeah,
Okay.
that's that one done.
Yeah.
Gift of Chaos.
Gift of Chaos on this guy here.
Got to roll against your toughness. If it's greater, you suffer T3 wounds.
Okay.
+3 small
Right.
wounds. So, first of all, let's see
Get the power off.
if I can do it over
Yep.
here. Let's see, 5. I'll spend a command point.
Command point. Failed then, did it?
Yeah, just.
Okay, so that one doesn't fail.
So now I've got to get over your toughness.
Okay, so this is going on the Immortals there at the front. So toughness 4. A 4.
Does it have to beat it? I think it does.
Hopefully it has to beat it.
Greater than
Yeah. So failed and no reroll.
no reroll.
Okay.
No. He's going to cast Smite into them.
Okay, smite.
Going off on the 5. Goes off.
Yep.
D3. 2.
2 dead from smite.
Then Araman.
Yep.
Going to cast his Smite.
Yep.
Still 5+. Doesn't
No,
go
it
off.
fails.
He's not
No.
close enough. Going
Okay.
to cast Zenith's Firestorm. It's a 7. And that's a 9 dice one. No, doesn't go off.
Okay.
Magnus. Now,
Yep.
Magnus is Smite into them.
Smite into him. Did you have to see for smite? Okay, we think he can't see, so instead he's going to warp time first. So here comes the warp time roll.
So walk time is value 6. Goes off on an 8.
Yep.
Which basically is going to give himself a couple
Okay.
of inches.
You can see now.
You can see now.
As long as the golden bling doesn't blind him.
And then Smite.
Smite. 7 plus the 2,
8,
yeah.
9, yeah, 9, so it goes off.
Okay.
D6. 5 mortal wounds.
5 mortal wounds. Okay, any other psychic powers?
No, that's all my psychic powers I'm going to use this turn. I could use a stratagem to
2 more, but yeah.
do one
Okay,
more.
have you got any shooting in this army?
I've got
Yes,
shooting,
of course you
so
have.
we're over to shooting.
Okay, so let me take off my dead Immortals and we'll do some shooting. Okay, so first to shoot is...
These 4 havocs into
Okay, what guns do they have?
the heavy bolters.
Heavy bolters, right.
So there you
Into
go.
the destroyers, yeah.
So
Right.
hitting on 3s,
3s,
toughness 5.
toughness
strength
5, yep. 4s then.
They're toughness 5.
Toughness 5, yeah.
So 4s in. Yeah. So 2, 4, 5.
5 saves.
-1. Yeah.
Okay, so it'd be 3 plus because of the cover, yeah?
Yeah.
Okay, 2,
2 go through. So
yeah, damage 1, yeah?
yeah, 2 damage.
2.
1.
Okay, so 2 wounds on a destroyer. Okay, so 4 last guns into the arc, of course, yeah, Volt, yeah.
Yeah, but
Here we go.
hitting on 3s,
2 miss,
2 hits.
Toughness 7, so winning on 3s.
2 wounds at
Two
-3.
Okay, but I get my invulnerable save.
Yeah.
Okay, 4+ invulnerable save. 1 wound goes through.
Doing 5.
5 damage.
Yeah, 5
okay.
damage.
28 wounds to start with on this thing. Auto cannons onto the vault again?
Yeah.
Yeah, auto cannons onto the vault.
So, hitting on 3s again.
That's a good roll, and they're all in.
Yeah. Now need 4s because they're strength 7.
Okay. 4s that I see? 4 -1, yeah?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, here we go. Well, take the invulnerable save. A 1 on that
2
one.
points of damage.
2 points of damage. Okay, 2 more wounds gone. Okay, so 21 wounds left on the vault. That's the end of the shooting phase. Now going to go into the assault. Okay, so the assaults have happened. These Zengors, is it?
Yeah.
Yeah, assaulted my Immortals. I got 1/6 for Overwatch, but he saved it, so they're in assault there. And of course, Magnus got into assaults there. 3 wounds left on the Deceiver. Obviously, he's dead. However, is he going to explode? I'm hoping he does. So, on a 4+, he does. Come on, yes, a 6. So that's D3 mortal wounds. How many? Oh, 3 mortal wounds. So at least the Deceiver did do something. And Magnus is right on the edge of the board. I know he can move a long way, but still a little bit relieved for the flanks at the back there. Okay, so yeah, he assaulted here. 1 round of combat killed nothing. I assaulted back and killed 1 guy. And then he used a stratagem to assault again. The second one more successful, killing 3 of my Immortals. So that was the end of turn 1 for the Thousand Suns. Let's have a look and see what the Necrons can do. Okay, so Necron Turn One. Just reanimated a wound back with living metal on the vault. I've now got 5 Immortals to try and get up. So on a 5+, we've got 2 back up, not too bad. Okay, so end of the Necron movement phase. Move the vault here back, getting within 3 inches of the Cryptek. Move some of the destroyers forward and some of the other destroyers backwards. And that was pretty much all I did. These stayed on top of the building. These are locked in combat, and I didn't use the Veil of Darkness on these guys, just hiding out at the back. So we're going to go into the powers of the Catan. First of all, I'm going to use Antimatter Meteor. It's going on the closest unit, which is those guys down there. So on a 2+, it goes off. It goes off on a 5, and a 5 or 6, because I'm in the vault, is D6 mortal wounds. So let's see how many wounds we get. We get 3 mortal wounds. Okay, so the second power I'm going to use is Sky of the Falling Stars. Only 2 units within 18 inches, so the first one is going to be here. I need to roll less than the amount of models in the unit for D3 mortal wounds, and it's -1 for my dice roll because he's in the vault. So you've got 5 there, yeah?
Yeah.
Okay, so I need 5 easily, yeah. So that's D3 mortal wounds. So that's 2 dead. Okay, 2 dead there. And now on these guys just in here. So it's a big unit, so I think I'm not going to fail that, even with a 6 minus. Oh no, 6 is always a fail,
yeah,
regardless of modifiers.
Yeah.
Oh dear.
Did you roll a 6?
I rolled a 6, yeah. Am I going to use a command point? D3 mortal wounds. Shall we? Go on then, a command point.
I'll get mine back.
Right.
Yeah, I'll get it back.
Okay, so you get your command point back, and my power does go off. So how many mortal wounds? It's going to be a 3, so 2 more. 2 dead. Okay, so the last power I'm going to use is Seesmic Assault, and I'm going to use that on these guys here, 24 inches, a visible unit. So I need to roll a dice for each one, and on a 6 we get a mortal wound. So we've got 2 mortal wounds on those guys, just on there. Okay, so the shooting phase. I've popped off extermination protocols, and I'm going to shoot this squad of destroyers into the Demon Prince just there. So we need 3s. I'm going to be re-rolling, luckily. Okay, so 8 re-rolls. Okay, still 4 that miss, but there you go. Okay, so strength 6, toughness 6, we're going to need 4s. And re-rolling because of the extermination protocols. Okay, 4s. 8 wounds in total. Now that is obviously got some minuses, but it makes no difference to your prints there. What's he got a 4+ invuln, is he?
Yeah.
Yeah. Ooh.
3.
3. D3 mortal wound. Not mortal, I wish it was. Right, D3. Have you got any extra saves afterwards? No. Okay. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7.
Right, he's down to 1.
Down to 1 wound. Okay, so second squad of destroyers. We've got 4, which are going to shoot into here. The heavy destroyer is going to shoot up into the second demon prince. Okay, so here we go on the little guys at the back. So we need 3s. No re-rolls this time, because you can only use that stratagem once per phase. Toughness 4, yeah?
Toughness 4, yeah.
Okay, strength 6, toughness 4, so we need 3s. Oh, I could re-roll the 1s actually. Okay, of course they can re-roll the 1s for Haywire Hatred, re-roll the 1s to hit. I just looked back at the camera and I rolled 1-1, so I'm going to re-roll that to hit. Another 1, so it misses anyway. So Richard has 6 saves to make at -3 AP on these guys, just there. Okay, let's see if they can survive or not.
I need 5s.
5s. Oh my god! Oh my god! Okay. Yeah.
Yeah, not much you can do about
They survived. Okay, let's see what else I can shoot. Okay, so now the heavy destroyer on the demon prince. So we need 3s. I get a 1, which I can re-roll, and a 1. Yeah, that's typical. That is typical of my heavy destroyer rolling. Okay, so he misses as well. Okay, so next is going to be the cryptic with his staff of light on these guys. So 3 attacks. I need 3s. And strength 5, I believe it is, so I think that's 3s again. So it's -2 AP.
1 dies.
1 more dies. Okay, that's helping. Right, next. Okay, so I'm going to try and get rid of this demon prince here on 1 wound. I'm going to shoot these guys into it. 1 of them in rapid fire range, the others aren't. So we need 3s. A couple of 1s, but not too bad. Then we need 5s, strength 5, toughness 6, and nothing. Okay, it's going to be down to the Vault by the looks of it. Okay, so just the Vault's left. I left him to shoot last because I was hoping to have destroyed this guy here and to have destroyed these here, allowing him to shoot at the second demon prince. However, both of these are surviving, so I'm going to try and split fire. There's going to be 2 guns on these guys first, and then 2 guns on the demon prince. So on these first here, so we need our 3s. Any 6s, we get 2 extra hits. So we've got 12 hits, so these are strength 7. So we are going to need 3s, yeah?
Yeah.
Okay, so a reasonable amount of 3s. Okay, so it's been 9 saves on these, but no AP. So 2s, yeah, because of the cover. Looking for some 1s. I can see 2, yes! Oh, thank God.
Thank you. First blood. Oh, no.
No, you got first blood, didn't you? Yeah, right. Now, see if I can do the same on that prince. Okay, so let's see if we could do the same on the demon prince there. So, we need 3s. Looking for 6s, we've got 1, so 2 extra hits. And then the 2s and 1s miss. There we go. Now we need strength 7, toughness 7, yeah?
6.
Toughness 6. Ah, 3s. Okay.
Should be a dead demon prince.
6 saves. Let's hope we can get rid of this last wound. Not 5s again, or whatever it was. 6. No.
No.
No, he's dead! Okay, well, I did what I planned to do. So, not a bad turn actually for the Necrons, I think. Let's move in now to the Thousand Suns. Turn 2. Okay, so that was turn 2 for the Thousand Suns. So I had a big unit of these Zengors just come in on the flank just over there from reserve, and then Magnus moved up from the rear of the board into this position with his back turned, totally scared of my Necron army. And then we went into the Psychic Powers Effectively, it was mainly Smite that was going off. I lost a whole bunch of these guys, just 3 left. Didn't fail my morale. And then I lost a whole bunch of these Immortals here with just 1 left. I killed 1 Zengor in the assault and my Immortal survived. The Vault took all the firepower from these Havocs here, doing 6 wounds, but I did save quite a number of wounds that came through with my 4+ invulnerable. And then I was assaulted here, massive 11-inch assault, getting into my destroyers. I lost 1 destroyer, and I think I killed 1 of these guys here. 2, wasn't it? 2, right. Okay, so that was it. So it's going to be Necron's turn 2. I've got some RPs to do, so I'm going to roll those in a sec. Okay, so Necron turn 2. First of all, we're going to do Living Metal. I've got the cloak tech there within 3 inches, so it's going to be D3 Living Metal. Be lucky. Yes, he gets 3 wounds back. Right, and now the RP. So we've got 1 destroyer just there. Is he going to come on? It's a 4+ because of the cryptic, but no, he's not coming on. And then these guys here, this will be on a 5+. I get 3 up, and then on this big squad here, again on a 5+. 1, 2, no, 1 up on that squad. Okay, so Necron turn 2. So I had to sort these guys out here, and I came up with a little plan. I fell back with the unit of destroyers here, put them into position just to snipe out the warlord. Who is he? Ahriman on the disc just by the building. First of all, I had to clear these out, so I moved the warriors up onto the building there. I used the stratagem allowing me to have extra hits on 6s to hit, took a big bunch of them out. The other unit of destroyers fell back as well, and I shot all of the destroyers into this unit here, and I managed to wipe them out, allowing these destroyers to shoot into Ahriman, and he is no longer there, so that gave me Slay the Warlord. These guys just hid a little bit behind the building. The 3 guys up there shot into Magnus, did no damage. In the meantime, the Vault here shot everything into the Demon Prince, and I did 3 wounds. So that was it. That was my turn 2. Pretty happy with that turn 2, but it's now going to be turn 3 for the 1,000 Suns. Okay, so beginning of turn 3 for the 1,000 Suns, and we now have to decide about the objectives. So Richard has a choice of all 6 objectives. He's put a dice by 3 of them, and he's got to randomly find out which one of those 3 actually stays on the ground. So he's put a 1 on here, a 2 on there, and the 3rd one was somewhere. Okay, over there. So let's find out which one is going to stay on the table. A 2. So this one here stays on the table, the other 2 disappear. I will do the same at the beginning of my turn 3. Okay, so turn 3 for the 1,000 Suns. The Vault was prime target. Magnus coming up with warp time. Took my invulnerable save away with death hex, and then I received some fire from these 2 long-ranged anti-tank guns, taking me right the way down to about 3 wounds. This Demon Prince assaulted my destroyers at the back there, and then Magnus killed me. I exploded, and then I rolled the dice for all the mortal wounds for every unit around, and I basically rolled a 5 or a 6 on every single one. So pretty much all of my destroyers died apart from... No, actually I didn't do too bad on the destroyers. Only 1 died from the mortal wounds, wasn't it? But the rest died from the Demon Prince in the assault. The Demon Prince lost 6 wounds after gaining 1 wound back earlier in the game, so he's down to 1 wound. My Cryptic there, he actually died, and I used a stratagem and got him back up. He's on 1 wound. Magnus took 3 mortal wounds. My guys on the building took 5 mortal wounds, just 1 guy left. The 2 Immortals, 2 mortal wounds and died, and then the Zengor of course died as well. So that's literally wiped out a lot of models, so very interesting. Right, we are going to move in now to turn 3 for the Necrons. Okay, so Necron turn 3, and now we need to find out which objectives I am going to try and get. So I put a 3 on this backfield one, and then over on this side of the table a 1 on here, and a 2 on that one over there. I'm hoping, I'm going to tell Richard anyway because he probably knows, but I'm hoping this one here is the one that I get that stays on the table. Let's find out. Okay, here we go. No, it's going to be this one here that stays on the table. Okay, so now it's time to do RPs. First of all though, a living metal on this guy. He's going to have D3 living metal, so he gets 3 back, very useful. Right, so now we've got 3 destroyers from this unit up on, well, actually, yeah, he's not within 3 inches, so it's going to be a 5 plus. 1 is back up from there, and then I've got 1 heavy destroyer from that unit all the way over there, so let's see if he doesn't, no. And then we've got some Immortals, so we have 7 Immortals. We've got 1, 2, 3 back up. Okay, so let's continue on with Necron Turn 3. Okay, so that's the end of my turn 3. Just for reference, the reason why I wanted that objective down here to be active is of course I've got the Veil of Darkness still, so my plan would have been to veil over on the objective, rapid fire these to death and try and take that objective. Of course, that hasn't happened. Anyway, so prime targets. I had Magnus here and also a Demon Prince on 1 wound. Had to get rid of that Demon Prince, so that was my prime target. I moved these guys behind the building, protected from these long guns, and they shot into the Demon Prince and killed him. Everything else shot at Magnus, and Magnus is down to 10 wounds. I used the extermination protocols on these guys. I have no command points left now. And yeah, Magnus is just about to get some wounds back and be nasty in my deployment zone. Okay, so that was turn 4 for the Thousand Suns. Magnus used a couple of psychic powers to get his wounds back up. He's got 12 wounds now, and then he came over here and he has killed my destroyers. He's now sitting on that objective. This is quite an interesting game as we head towards the end. It's going to be my turn 4 next. Magnus can't take 2 objectives, so this is going to be very interesting. Right, okay, so we're going to move into turn 4 for the Necrons, and what we need to do is some RPs. So we've got 1 there, so let's see if we can get that destroyer up. No, actually even with the cryptic there. And then we've got 4 Immortals just in the building, so let's see if we can get those up. We have 1 of those up. Okay, so I've just moved at my turn 4 and I've come up with a brand new plan. So originally I was thinking I was going to Veil of Darkness my Cryptek up down there behind the building to get Line Breaker. Try and take this objective here with my warriors and then let Magnus have that objective there. However, now he's killed my warlord, it would mean that he'd be winning by 1 point. He's got Line Breaker and I've got Line Breaker, so I'll be 1 point down. So I formulated a brand new plan because these guys here have advanced right there. So next turn probably they're going to come around here, take this objective, leaving Magnus free to come over here. So my new plan is I've Veil of Darkness all the way over here. I'm going to attempt to shoot out these guys here. And of course these are objectives secured, so it should give Magnus something else to think about over here. Move these guys into rapid fire range of these, and that is where I'm up to. So I'm going to now shoot, starting off with rapid firing these into the Zengors through that gap. Okay, so first of all is the Cryptic, so he needs 3s and then strength 5, so 3s again. Okay, 1 save from the Cryptic, 4 plus invulnerable. 5 plus is it on them?
Yeah. 1 dies.
1 dies. Okay, now rapid firing the warriors. Okay, so most of these are rapid firing apart from a couple at the back, so here we go. We need 3s. Now we need 4s. So 5 wounds from them guys.
So it saves 2.
Right, and now these Immortals just on the building here. Okay, so 3 in rapid fire range, 2 aren't. We need 3s. That is not a good roll. Just 2 hit. Okay, strength 5, 3s, so 2 saves. Double 1. Right, okay, so now the destroyers, and they will be shooting at Magnus. Okay, so the destroyers at Magnus. The blue dice is the heavy destroyer. Re-rolling the ones. Double 2. Okay, so they will miss. Toughness 7, yeah? So it'll be 3s on the blue and 5s on the white. No, not a great roll, so just two saves to make. 4+ in Von. Double 1. Okay, so 2d3 damage. We've got 5 wounds. Okay, puts him down to 7. Right. Okay, that looks like the end of the Necron turn. So let's see what Thousand Suns can do in their turn 5.
I'm going to auto pass.
Auto pass your morale?
Yeah, that's all my command points.
Okay, no command points left for the Thousand Suns. Okay, so Thousand Suns turn 5. We have looked at the clock. If this was the tournament, this would actually be the last turn. So the Zengors here just got a 1 on their advance roll, leaving 1 model within 3 inches. Just about enough. In the meantime, Magnus came up onto this objective, smited out a destroyer, and then the last cannons up over there came in and shot these as well, and did 2 wounds off of one of the destroyers. So that was it. Now we're going to move into Necrons turn 5. Okay, so first of all for the Necrons turn we're going to do the RP. So we've got 2 destroyers to try and get back. Double 4, but we needed a 5. And then the Immortals, who 2 stand back up on the building. Okay, so a big roll coming up here, trying to advance onto the objective. I've got no re-rolls left, and I need a 2 to get within 3 inches. With 1 guy, that is. And I got a 1! Oh. No way! Okay. Plan B. Okay, so after that disaster, we are going to try and shoot these guys out. There's not too many there with the Immortals. Okay, so 14 shots in total. We have lots of 1s and 2s there. I don't like the look of that. Let's take the 1s and 2s out. Okay, so now strength 5, toughness 4. We need 3s. Come on, we need a good roll. There's 2 2s, but the rest hit. Okay, so we've got 6 wounds. How many guys is there? 5. Okay. Roll bad, Richard. Roll bad. Oh! Only 1, 2, 3, what's it? 4. 4 dead. Oh. Can they die from morale? You've got no command points, have you?
No.
Oh, it's going to be close. It's going to be close. Okay, so next up are my destroyers, who have all moved within, well, 2 of them within 3 inches of the objective and 1 inch away from Magnus. So let's see if we can shoot Magnus. Okay, let's do it. Okay, here we go. Blue dice is the heavy. Re-rolling the 1s. Okay, all in, that's useful. Right, we need 5s on the white and we need 3s on the blue. Okay, so the blue gets through and 2 wounds from the others. So the blue one's D6 damage and the white ones are D3 damage. He's got 10 wounds left.
I'll do the
big one first?
It's got to be big one first, yeah. Because that's the one that will be
cocked dice. Oh, a 1. Okay, come on then. I'm going to use my Den of Imagination dice. Come on, we need a 6. A 3. Okay, takes 3 wounds off. And then you've got 2 normal cannons to save. Save both. Magnus survives. Okay, so now we're going to move into the morale. A 5. Oh! 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 Okay, let's have a recap. Okay, so the way it stands at the moment is I have this objective here for 3 points, and I also got Slay the Warlord, 4 points in total. Richard has First Blood, Slay the Warlord and Linebreaker 3 points. So at this stage it would be a minor victory for the Necrons, and we think if this was the tournament, the game would end here. However, we are going to roll a dice and see if the game is going to go on for this game.
Yes.
4, yes. Okay, so it's going to be interesting. Turn 6 for the Thousand Suns. Okay, so end of turn 6 for the Thousand Suns. Magnus killed the destroyers there, Smite and Assault, and then over here the last cannon shot into the Immortals, did no damage. These auto cannons shot into my warriors, killed 4 of them. However, at the beginning of my turn 5, 2 stood back up and we've moved on to the objective. All I can do now, because I'm currently losing by 6 points to 4, is kill Magnus. That's all I've got to do. He's on 6 wounds. This potentially is doable. We've got these guys in range, and the Immortals who've moved this side of the building are in range. So let's get shooting. Okay, so first of all, the Immortals. We've got 6 Immortals. We need 3s. 50% are in. Strength 5, so we need 5s. Nothing. Okay, let's do the Warriors, see if they can do any better. Okay, let's move these out the way. Right, here we go. We need 3s. That's a bit better, the roll. However, can we wound? Strength 4, toughness 7, it's 5s again. This time we've got 1 measly wound.
3 up. Yeah.
Yeah, he saved it. Okay, that was the end of turn 6. So if we'd played on, that would now be a minor victory to the Thousand Suns. Let's see if the game continues. One more turn. Here we go. 1. No, game ends. Thank you, Richard.
Thank you.
What an awesome game. I thoroughly enjoyed that. So, what do you think of my new list?
It's very tough. I mean, I made a fatal mistake at the beginning by moving the 3 characters in front of everything, which allowed them to get shot off the board. I should have kept them back, being a little bit more patient.
Yeah.
That was my biggest mistake, and it nearly cost me. But the list is a lot tougher.
Yeah.
Even had I not done that, it would have still been a very similar result. The Tesseract Bolt, the fact that you can, with this, especially with deployment, putting it straight up front, and getting your Kessler spheres and then your powers off, is very big.
What did you think of my move right at the beginning with the Deceiver, putting him right over in the corner there, baiting Magnus back? Do you think that was a mistake from your part, going back with Magnus?
I could have done it, put the Zangles that way, but the original idea was the Zangles being the shield. Yeah. And then I didn't wipe the Warriors out. When they charged. Yeah. So
it was a tough call, wasn't it? Because
had they wiped them out, they would have still been the closest unit, and you wouldn't have got anything into the Demon Princes or out.
Yeah, this is it.
And
I mean, your Magnus was obviously definitely going to take the Deceiver out.
Yeah.
I was pretty pleased to see you go backwards with him. I have to be honest.
It had to be done.
It had to be done, because if you hadn't, I was right in the backfield, wasn't I, with everything?
You were in the backfield. It's line breaker. Plus, you've got your powers to get off. Yeah. And if you wanted to go in and assault with him, you probably could have done that as well. Yeah. And caused me no ends of problem. So I had to deal with him. It took, which meant Magnus couldn't get where I would have liked him to as early as I'd liked him to.
And obviously without the Decimators in the list, which you had last time, not quite so many mortal wounds, but there's still a good amount of mortal wounds in this list.
Oh yeah, there is. But I mean, I didn't roll in rounds 2 and 3. I rolled poorly on my psychic powers. Yeah. But I recovered. I mean, I think the biggest thing there was the 6. Was it 6 5s I rolled on the
yeah.
That helped.
Yeah, that did. That was a good roll.
But yeah, it's a tough list.
I think the list definitely needs. Obviously, this is only the second time I played it. Yeah. The first time I got absolutely annihilated by Tau. With the 5 to Riptides, which obviously they can't take now.
And they've got Tau, no matter what, have got an insane amount of firepower.
Yeah. And I didn't get first turn then. I didn't get first turn this time either. No. But I think that did help me actually. This mission, second turn, was a benefit. How about your new additions of the... obviously Decimators can't be taken, no Forge World.
Yeah. Well, they didn't perform as good as I'd like, but the only other option is Obliterators. And
so the Obliterators can change their weapons each go, yeah? Is that right? Is there one of them that can do that?
Yeah, it's D6 plus D3.
Right.
So and then D3 on the AP and D3 wounds. So, but
I'm just wondering if you should just go like all,
swinging.
Yeah, I just wonder if maybe you should just go all las cannons, or is it just the points that's stopping you?
Just the points.
Points, yeah. Okay, fair enough.
I'd love to go all las cannons with them, but
yeah.
If I did for 2,000 points, it would be.
Would be, yeah. Okay, well there you go. That is the first test game with my new list, potential list. So I do have another one for the Confrontation 3 tournament. So I really hope you enjoyed the battle report. Let me know what you think in the comments box below. And if you enjoyed the video, please consider subscribing. Hit my icon at the end of the video to keep up to date with the Wonders of Warhammer 40k. Beam me up.